No, I know it does that when I click the streaming thing, but you've got... There we go. So, click play, and it was chapter 2. Continue. I think this is how it works.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to do romance.
Mm-hmm.
We're romancing.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Aren't you excited?
No. You're looking a little tired. You only have 1 heart remaining. If you choose to continue, it could have negative consequences. You can restore hearts by choosing to rest.
Oh wait, we gotta rest first. So choose again. Okay, let's rest.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in a class at my university. The tutor is late and we're all sitting waiting. I turn to my friend who sits behind me to make a joke about the tutor's car breaking down. But my friend isn't there. Instead, there's a giant cat.
I forgot. There's one thing I need to do. Give me a minute. I have to tweet out the... I have to tweet out the YouTube thing. It's not my fault. It's other people's faults. I don't know why they can't just be proper people and like understand that it's on the YouTube channel. And it should be live right now, right? So it's that one. Cool. And like understand. There we go. Copy. There we go. That's done. Why is this thing? Okay. Where am I? Here. Damn it. Yes, there you go. There you go. There's the thing. We'll tweet it out to everyone now because it's a thing, and I will have to watch this SCW thing soon. Later after I'm finished doing this. Here we go.
There's my tweet. You didn't like or retweet it.
Shut up. There you go. You shouldn't be allowed to see my things. I'm busy. You don't understand. Anyway.
Okay.
I
already read it all. Yes. It looks like an elder. It bares its teeth at me and lets out a menacing low growl. Just as I'm about to scream, the tutor arrives, but it's Professor Popper. What are you doing? It's like gone.
I know, but I'm making the cat on the stream. I moved the capture thing earlier, and I'm moving it back, so the cat webcam thing's on the stream. Shushed. It's fine. We're back. It works. It's fine. Did you finish this one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Professor Popper. I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah, I said it. I did.
Maybe.
You look like you've seen a ghost, Rosemary.
Oh, definitely.
I'm trying to answer back to tell him to look behind me, but the words won't come out. I'm rigid with fear, can't move, can't speak, can't scream. Everyone else is acting like things are normal. Can't they see it?
Hopefully, like, I know that the mixer thing does the echo thing. Hopefully it's not echoing anymore. You tell me, because you can hear it as well if it's fucking up.
You're not, it doesn't sound like you're echoing.
Yeah, it just needs a big punch in the face. Like, I think there's, no, I think there's loose connections somewhere and it starts echoing for some reason. Don't understand. Anyway, I will try and figure out a better solution. Maybe get a proper... I can't afford a proper one. I don't know.
Maybe we'll be able to figure out what's wrong and fix it. Look into it. Anyways, go on.
Yeah.
I force myself to turn again and look at the terrifying cat. but it's not there. There's just an ordinary domestic cat, and everyone is laughing at me. Now I see everyone from the island. The marigolds, Joe, Bob, Zane, Popper, all pointing and laughing.
Meow.
I jump out of my seat to leave, and I'm in bed, in my tent, sat bolt upright. I shouldn't have eaten cheese so close to bedtime.
Cat. What are you doing? Fucking. Okay.
Yeah, now we can go to romance. Romance.
Fucking woman.
Romance.
We got one viewer.
We're doing McMurphy.
Oh, I like Tracy's.
No, we're not doing Trixie. We can't. She's locked. We have to do McMurphy. You do his voice, remember? Because he's Irish.
Okay. I'm Scottish though. God
I
damn it.
know.
I'm half Irish.
Nobody cares. You're half Irish, so you get to do the Irish cat. I'm sweltering in the mess tent. Typical for me to get cook duty on the hottest day so far. I step out for a moment to try and catch some air.
Psst.
I'm not sure if I really heard something or if the dehydration is getting to me. I take a swig from my water bottle.
I don't know how to say that name. Arthrita?
Aren't ya? It's just aren't ya?
Hey, aren't you? Oh, okay. Hey, aren't you gonna share Cara? See, he wouldn't say that, would he? Ain't you gonna share? Is like, that's too American for what he is. It'd be, hey, ain't you gonna share, Clara? There we go.
Oh, McMurphy, was that you, Sting?
What are you suggesting, Clara? I only use the designated letter areas.
Murphy, you are incorrigible. You know exactly what I meant.
Come on, Clara, never mind all that. We have work to do.
I am working. I'm supposed to be cooking for this evening.
I mean, work for the adventuring variety. Oh, fuck. I mean, work of the adventuring variety. I'm sort of a bit pissed as well.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Yeah, like the sexton variety, maybe. Possibly. We love the accent. It's going to be perfect for Murph. Okay. So someone thinks it's, the accent's going to be great for this guy. Come on, don't be such a bore.
I'm sorry, McMurphy, but I can't. I'm very busy here. It's going to take hours to defrost and braise meat from the mainland.
Well, if you come with me, you may end up providing a much tastier dish in half the time. What do you say, Clara? You up for the crack? That is.
What are you saying? You mean I should just bunk off?
Yeah, man, that's exactly what it's saying. That's the spirit. Strip off your apron and let's hit the trail.
But I can't just. What if someone comes looking for me?
Leave him a note. Gone fishing. Gone drinking, basically. It's gone fishing. Yeah, you will be fishing, but you've definitely got a 6-pack with you. And the do you know, I just got a vision of like a Scots or Irish guy leaving a note, gone fishing, and did you know the little candy cases you get, the little things with the box, the fridge type box things that keeps things cool? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, so he's got one of them, like with a 6-pack or a 12-pack, and he's like going fishing with the 12-pack, and he's sitting there fishing, with a 12-pack, just drinking beers and fishing. It's the vision I've got. Oh.
Maybe it's the heat, but I'm overcome with a moment of madness.
It's a Scottish Irish accent. It's like a little devil in your ears for US people. It's like, come on, you know you want to. Let's take that tail pack and let's say we're going fishing. We'll be fishing, but we're also drinking beers.
Well, okay then, you wild Irish rover, I'm all yours.
Works every time. Hello, ladies. Oh, now there's a thought. You see what you do to me. It's just your fault.
Before I can answer, he slunk into the thickening of the forest behind the clay cooking pot. Or pit. I whip off my apron and follow behind.
Yeah, of course she does. Give me a second.
Dun 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 dun. Bestiality. Dun 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 dun. Oh, bestiality.
The wee beast was scratching it. The wee beast was scratching at the door to get out. She was bored of my room. There we go.
Wait, Murph, it's too hot to run.
Baby, I like your wet and sweaty. Then we really ought to cool ourselves off, eh?
He leads me up to the cliffs and without warning takes a running jump off the edge. I see him flying through the air and watch mesmerized as he cuts through the water.
See, cats don't like water, I don't understand.
Oh no, Murphy, are you okay? Don't panic, I'm coming.
Of course you are.
I kick off my flip-flops and shorts and follow him into the water. I'm surprised at how shallow it is and that I'm easily able to stand.
Oh, bad man.
Murph, where are you? I frantically search about, fearing for his safety, and suddenly feel something brush against my legs, making me scream out loud. Ah! What's that? I look down into the clear water and see McMurphy speeding along the seabed like a shark, fast and sleek, and suddenly breaking up through the surface with something in his mouth. McMurphy, you can swim? What on earth is that thing? Oh my, it's a fish. I can see he's smiling even with the sprat in the way. You can fish? He spits the fish back into the water.
There truly is no end to my talents, Clara. Wink. Oh, he's such a...
You can say that again, but I have so many questions, I don't even know where to start.
Catch your breath, Clara. I know I'm accelerating company, but you need to excuse a little bit. You need to exercise a little bit of restraint, or you'll be swooning on me next. Relax. The salt water is very buoyant.
I copy McMurphy and we both lie with our backs on the surface. It's very calming and tranquil. And I'm finally able to collect my thoughts. I realize I have not had this much clarity in a long time. That is so cool.
This is so cool.
Oh, sorry. This is so cool.
I know. Trixie took me here first. Calls it Ponder Pool.
Oh, can you all swim then? I thought cats... Before I can even finish my sentence, McMurphy cuts in.
It's a common misconception that cats can't swim. As you can see, it's another thing we excel at. Of course, it's cat. Look, cats excel at everything. I don't understand this rumor. It's nonsense.
So humble too.
Nana McMurphy used to say, if you've got a trumpet, blow it.
What about the fish? Where did they come from? There are no birds or fish on the island. It's one of the first things they tell you in orientation.
That's just because they don't know.
Cats know, huh? Don't know what?
It's better if I just show you. Come on, Clara, follow me.
We swam for a while with McMurphy leading the way with purpose, and then he stopped.
Well, notice anything interesting?
Well, the water is much cooler and deeper here.
Anything else? Can you feel anything? Oh, I'm going for a... I'll be back in a second. I'm going for a pee. Keep the thing going. I talk shit or something.
I stand perfectly still for a moment and began to feel strange sensation around my legs, like warm trickling under the water. Bestiality! It's for you, and it's for me, 'cause it's bestiality. With a cat and a human being, it's a little bit like bestiality. The host is going pee while I sing about bestiality. Vic is talking about peeing in the water while I sing about bestiality. Did you enjoy my song? I hope all of our one viewer enjoyed the song. Oh, he's back. Yay.
Ice back. Sorry, I'm at a drunk Scott, and it's like what, 2 o'clock in the morning or something? What actual time is it? No, it's 1 o'clock. Sorry, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so you've definitely said that, right?
Yes, I read that. McMurphy, are you peeing?
I was. I'm now back. Don't be so crude, Clara. It's a current. Look over there.
I refocus my eyes until they see that what I thought was a rock shadow is moving. It comes closer to focus, and I realize it's a shoal of small fish darting in and out of one particular spot.
There's stuff going on in chat. Hang on, what the fuck is going on? Did I miss something? Something. I don't know, but I've missed chat. I'm scrolling up. I'm wondering what the fuck's going on. Something. Beyond Sadness is there. Vessus is there, and someone else is there that I don't know. Yeah.
It's Vic and Beyond Sadness seem to be there. Hello.
Hello, people in chat. Welcome to this, whatever this is. Right, you've read that, right? So. That's you again.
What is that? I don't understand what I'm looking at.
That's my cat. Nope. Isn't it enough to just see Clara, to experience? Do you always have to understand everything?
Well, yes. That's my job. It's who I am, McMurphy. I am a scientist. It's in my DNA to seek to understand.
I actually totally agree with her. Come on then, scientist, let's take a closer look.
We move closer to the area where the fish are gathering. I put my hand down and realize I can touch them and even pick them up. But something is stopping them from swimming further inland. Sorry, McMurphy, we need to get going. I am going to be in big trouble if I'm away for any longer. But thank you for showing me this. I'm definitely going to come back here to try and understand it.
I wouldn't waste your time, Clara. You never understand it. You're not Scottish or Irish enough or drunk enough to understand. Great.
It wouldn't be a waste. I'm committed to finding out all I... He cuts across me as I'm speaking.
I meant coming back to this particular spot. The fishes won't be here.
Oh, I see. It's only at certain times?
And different locations. It changes all the time. There's no pattern to it either. So you'd just be sticking pins in maps, Clara. I brought you here because I saw them this morning. Chances are they'll be gone this afternoon.
Disappointment must be apparent on my face because McMurphy switches lanes super fast to distract me.
Okay, Clara, it's time to strip off. Yes! It's time. Get the titties out.
Huh?
Get the titties. That t-shirt would make a lovely net. Let's go fishing.
Go fishing. Oh, I see. Fishing, yes. I whip off my top and use it as a net to scoop up as many fish as possible. It's quite effective.
Yes, titties.
Great idea, Murph.
Good. And I get to see your titties as well. It's brilliant. I love this idea. Yeah, now you can rustle off a tasty fish supper in no time at all. And you get to enjoy my company for an extra hour. Win-win, Clara. Yeah, I have to agree. I didn't add that he gets to see the titties, but it's definitely a win.
Okay, so now I have a little challenge for you.
Uh-oh. That, Clara, is music to my ears. There's a little I like more than a gauntlet throwing. Yeah, throw down that gauntlet.
Well, it's hardly a gauntlet, more like a brain teaser. How am I going to explain to the rest of my team this bountiful ocean offering?
Why tell them anything at all?
Because they're going to notice that we're eating something that wasn't on the delivery list or the menu rota, and tastes way too fresh for something recently defrosted.
Meow meow meow. You worry far too much about things that really don't matter, Clara.
I know he's right. I could do with loosening up a bit, but this is a pretty big dilemma, really. Maybe I have to tell Professor Popper about this. What's the harm? Mac has stopped splashing around and looks me squarely in the eye.
There would be harm, Clara. Trust me on that.
Obviously, I don't mean I'd tell him about you or anything that would endanger any of us, just that I noticed the shoal of fishes and I took some. End of.
You really think you could maintain a phenomenon like this and that would be the end of it? That he wouldn't start putting all manner of investigations and disruptions in place? You are touchingly naive, my friend.
I feel myself blush. I am being a bit naive, but I don't like the thought of lying. So what do you suggest then? If you know so much about everything, give me a plausible story and I'll follow through. McMurphy lets out a wild howl and splashes water at me.
Now that's what I like to hear. You're impetuous. You impetuous daredevil, you. I think I got that. I think I got that one right. It's like you to say
I
stuff.
splash him back, and a furious water fight ensues. We are making such a ruckus, I'm amazed no one comes to check what's going on. After a good 10 minutes of laughter and play, we run out of the stream and float in a buoyant, warm water. Let's hear it then, Oz. What's my cover story?
It's a very simple case of brazen buffling. It's okay.
Okay.
I don't know what the nonsense that just spoke was. Make a simple but delicious meal. And if anyone should ask where the fish came from, shrug your shoulders and ask the same question.
Huh?
It's all in the poker face. You remain completely impassive and ask the same question. Yeah, I wondered that too. Where did the fish come from? They're delicious. Like,
Really?
Trust me, Clara, as a cat who is forever risking one of his 9, the simpler you keep it, the more they buy it. If they ask you where, wait, what? If they ask you where, oh, okay, I'm half pissed. If they ask you where you got them from, you tell them the fridge. Simple.
I feel quite giddy at the prospect of getting away with a ruse.
Yes, quite fun.
Okay, Murph, let's gather the supper. We have an abundance in no time, and I haul my catch back to the kitchen in good time to make a tasty meal for everyone, and a little extra for my feline pals. Yeah, it was good fun.
Yep.
Okay, let's do one recon.
Okay.
Recon that. I hope our viewers are enjoying this.
Well, they seem
so which
to
one? Recon 7?
I think we can only do 7, right?
Yep, 7 looks like it. We'll do 7. Rosemary, are you still sleeping? You really ought to be awake by now. Snooty Booty, are you okay? What are you doing in my tent? All this lazing about, it's very bad for your complexion. To say nothing about the dragging effects on the delicate tissue around the eyes. Is there something I can help you with? Possibly. I have something I want you to look at. Right now? What time is it? Time you were active. Come along.
She's a bit bossy.
Well, at least let me get ready. Very well. Snooty Booty sits down and starts grooming herself. After a moment, she looks up again. Why aren't you ready yet? Can you leave the tent so that I can get dressed? For goodness sake! Snooty rolls her eyes and walks out. I get dressed resigningly and follow her. What do you think it is? I'm intrigued. We are on a beach staring at a particularly buried bottled seal into a plastic bag. It looks as though it's only recently washed up. Well, there's really only one way to find out. I pull the bottle out of the sand. It has some kind of document or note in the bag, along with the bottle. What is that thing? Read it to me. It's a good thing I'm just as curious as Snooty, or I would be feeling a lot more irritable by now. I carefully unseal the bag and unfold the paper. I read the note out loud.
It's a good job I don't need to speak anymore.
Intel tests on the most recent formula are encouraging. Subjects 6 through 18 appeared visibly younger. Moderate to severe side effects noted, including increased hair growth and marked mood alteration. Subjects 1 through 5 had major complications, some small tumors, skin irritation, and partial blindness, and memory loss. We need you to look into this, check for contaminants, and continue iterate on the formula. Appeared visibly younger. Snooty Booty, is that the most important thing you gathered from this report? You're quite right, Rosemary. We ought not to trust it. That note could have been written by anyone. We shall conduct our own experiment. Apply the cream to my skin.
Oh.
Have you lost your mind, Snooty Booty? Did you hear what I read out? Tumors, blindness, memory loss?
Ugh. I don't like this cat. It's like,
That's
why does a cat not have fur? That cats should be furry.
Well, there's furless cats, and this is what this one is. And
I know,
I
know
can
there is. I
can
know
tell
there
how
is.
much that you protest too much, about her, that I think that she's actually your favorite. I bet you sit alone in the dark with just that image. Wink, 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 winky dee wink.
She looks. Just looks like a dick without foreskin. It's all I can think of.
Yeah, and you know what you do.
I like cats need fur. Cats are not cats without the fluffies. And I get the idea of why you might want one without fluff, because it doesn't leave fluff about the place. But then when you pet it, all you're doing is petting skin. Why don't you just pet your grandma?
What?
Exactly. Doesn't make sense.
Statistics bore me. You should know that by now. Let's live a little. I'm willing to take the risk in the name of science.
A chat thinks she's the best cat because she makes me uncomfortable. It doesn't make me uncomfortable. I just don't think it's a cat.
It's a cat. You can't say it's not a cat.
It's an
old.
It's an old person. Just pet your
It's
gran.
Still a cat. It's still a cat.
Pet your cat.
You can't say it's not
Why
a
would
cat.
you want one? Why would you want one like that though?
Some people are allergic, and so then they get this type of cat. Or maybe they like how they look. You might not like how it looks, but maybe they like how it looks.
They're weird. No, I get the allergic one. I get the allergic one. What? No one,
Right, well,
no one
the
can
cat,
find it.
It acts like other cats. It does cat things. It mews, and it's got the DNA of a cat.
Like
so it's still a cat.
Just get your grandma.
Right now you're being very racist. Okay, you're being very racist against hairless cats. I cannot believe what a bigot you are. You are an actual bigot.
Yeah.
You are an actual bigot.
Get your grandma to meow.
You're trying to say that
get
they're
your
not
grandma.
actual cats, you bigot.
No, get your grandma. Okay,
you racist against hairless cats.
No, get your grandma.
Yeah,
get
you're
your.
racist against
I know I am.
hairless cats right now.
No, totally.
Yeah, okay, well you're a bigot.
Yeah, I totally am. That I don't understand.
So we got that.
Okay, like just get your grandma to meow, and then she'd be one of these cats.
You're just a bigot.
And
What you're saying is racist and sexist. I'm just saying.
how is it sexist?
Because it's a girl cat, and you're talking about grandmas. Those are females.
Oh, okay, your gran. Yeah, your granddad as well. And it doesn't have to be a female cat. No, it could be any gender of cat. You can get male cats without the thing,
right? You're still a bigot, though. You're still a bigot because you're trying to.
Okay.
You're trying to.
But not sexist.
Say that their personal identity is important.
But I'm not sexist.
You're trying to say that they're not a cat.
Yeah, but you called me sexist. I'm not sexist now. No, I'm just a bigot, and I'm fine with that. I'm an anti. Non-cat furry. It needs to be fur. If it's a cat, it needs fur. If it doesn't have fur, it's no longer a cat. Yes, that's what type of bigot I am. I know. I fully agree with that.
At least you admit it. You're pretty much.
Yeah.
You pretty much. What are you doing? Like, what's like the
Right, like whatever you want to call it, yes.
You're like the KKK, which is the Ku Klux Cat Clan. All right, that's what you're part of.
Right, but for fur.
Yeah, that's what
it
you're
needs
part
fur.
Of, though.
It's not a cat if it doesn't have fur. Okay.
That's what you're part of.
It's not a proper cat unless it has fur.
KKK.
No, but I'm totally like yeah. Like, and what's your point?
That's what I'm saying. Whatever, as long as you own it, the KKK member, bigot, communist.
No, I'm not a communist. Yeah. I'm just like.
You're basically a cat Nazi. You're a cat Nazi. You're a cat Nazi. I bet you know what? I bet you're okay with their genocide. I bet you just shove them into ovens.
No, they're fine. I mean, they can be there.
Oh, sure, whatever, sure, cat Nazi.
And be fine. They can be about. I'm just like, you're not really a cat though, because you don't have fur.
Oh my god! You can't just tell somebody that they're not really a cat.
I just did.
You cannot just. You're a cat Nazi. You might as well just be shoving them into ovens. I bet you're for shoving them into ovens.
No, that's a bit.
You can say.
That's
a
bit much.
That you're not. No, that's what you're for right now. That's not my fault. That's basically what you were saying.
Wait,
so what you're saying is that we should shove them into ovens. That's what you're saying.
I never said that.
That's what you're saying.
No, that's
so basically what you're saying is we should just shove them into ovens.
No.
And do experiments on them and put them into camps and segregate them. That's what you're saying. But should they wear special collars to identify them for you?
No, because they've already got special skin that doesn't have fur. Well, they identify themselves.
Okay. What? Yeah, but you're cat. You're basically cat Hitler. You're a cat Hitler, not.
I think your argument just failed, but okay. We will continue this. No. Yeah. Okay.
I was hoping the lab would be free, but the professor is in here making some notes. Hello, Rosemary. I thought you were taking a day off from the lab today. Oh, yes, I am, Professor. I just wanted to check something. I can't take the test equipment away without Professor getting suspicious. I'll have to come up with some kind of excuse. Let's try to make up an excuse. Bottom one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make up an excuse.
I've got. Yeah, I know. I'm putting
Well,
up your
I
time.
wanted to get ahead on some of the field work. There are some samples I found that I think could be useful. I pick up the filled kit bag. Popper looks up from his work. Oh, what sort of samples? Oh, God. I have to make this believable, but also invite no other questions. The samples are fecal. Fecal? Yes, a large poo, sir. It's a rather interesting property.
Okay.
Jolly good. Off you go, then. Nailed it. I take the bag and leave. Yes. My ruse has worked.
Mm-hmm.
As I approach the beach, it becomes clear Snooty Booty has managed to break in the ointment. She appears to have spilled some and is now busy rolling around in it. Snooty Booty, what were you thinking? This could be very dangerous. The only danger here is that ghastly sand sticking to my delicate skin. Do help me to get it off. Get rid of it, Rosemary.
Get off. I liked how you went there.
I tried to wipe the sand off, but it stuck like glue. Underneath the layer of sand, I can see her skin is very pink. There's no time to lose. I pick her up and run to the ocean, trying to use the seawater to clean off as much ointment as I can. Put me down! What on earth? I've never been so humiliated in my life! She twists out of my grip and scampers off in a huff. I think I've got it all off, so I leave her to it. Now back to the samples. There's not much I can do here on the beach, so I'll just have to wait until Professor Popper has finished in the lab. Well, that was quick. As luck would have it, the professor indeed retired to his tent earlier than usual. He has to read some research paper that arrived from the mainland this morning. So now I can continue looking into this ointment. I begin by testing the substance for several common compounds found in cosmetics, but it's negative for all of them. I widen the test for other organic compounds. I get a match. About 30% of the ointment is cat saliva.
Oh.
If they are using saliva from cats on the island, they could be infecting all the other test subjects with catification. But where have these other side effects come from? I run the ointment again and time looking for known pharmaceuticals before I can get the results back. Snooty Booty comes trotting in. I just thought you should know that the security guard is coming this way. You should make yourself scarce before he arrives. Not that I care what happens to you after you threw me in the ocean. I have no time to finish this experiment now, but I will work on it later in the privacy of my tent. I take my things and run before Zane arrives.
Okay, did we end it here or did you do another one?
Let's ask the audience.
Okay.
The audience went too.
Hey chat, there's three of you here. Do we end it here or do we do another? One more and then we can end it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We'll have to give them a minute.
yeah, I know, but I don't know what to talk about until that comes through, and it's a stream, so I need to talk about something because I don't like the idea.
If we do another one, I think it's going to be romance again.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to.
Okay, one is keep going. There's 3 of them though, so I don't know if all 3 of them are gonna type, but one did, and one says keep going. So.
All right. So.
I mean, we can wait a wee bit longer to see if the other 2 chime in, or if they're just listening. Look, maybe they're watching the stream, but not quite.
Yeah, true.
I can see 3 people, and there's definitely one that keeps typing keep going.
Okay, maybe we should just keep going then.
Okay.
He's pretty adamant.
The next.
Alright, so we're going to do a romance.
Okay, this is the last one for tonight. Yeah. And as soon as it comes back, as soon as it rolls around to this bit again, tune in next week, etc. I'll finish it when it happens. I'll be like, right, what are we doing? Romance, research, recon. Romance?
Yes. Yay!
God damn it.
McMurphy!
You're not flippy, but.
No! Keep going. McMurphy!
I just think you like this because I talk about it.
It's too beautiful a day to be slaving in a hot lab, so when Murphy invited me for a little stroll, it was easy to say yes. Not that I need much incentive to spend time with him. He's very engaging company.
I think you just want this because I have to talk. I don't like it. This is a conspiracy.
We've come to one of my favorite spots, where the cliffs sweep upwards above the blue water. Suddenly, and without any warning, McMurphy plunges over the top of the towering rocks. I run to the cliff's edge with my heart in my mouth to see what's happened. And there is a sight I still haven't got used to. He is in the water, more otter than cat, waving me to follow.
Jump, Clara, jump, sure. The water's grand.
McMurphy! I'm shocked by the shrillness of my voice. I hadn't intended it to be quite such a shriek. I was aiming for a stern admonishment.
She loves. It's the accent, guys. She wants that McMurphy cock. I'm just saying.
That's so dangerous. You could do yourself serious injury or worse from such a height.
Oh, psh! Come on, Clara. Or you won't get to see the little surprise I have in store. Oh my god. I'm just thinking about this little surprise. I'm just thinking about the little surprise he's got in store. I bet it's a lot. Oh, the Indie Angels are so good with this.
You've already surprised me enough for one day.
Which one of us is meant to be the pussy? Oh my. I'm liking the Indie that are going on here. Just saying.
At this, I am filled with indignation that takes over my body, and before I know it, I am halfway between the ledge and water, bracing for impact.
This way.
I am still catching my breath as McMurphy's head disappears under the surface. My mind is saying, no, this is ridiculous. Get back to land this instant. But my body is following the Irish cat.
It's the accent, man. It's that fucking...
My eyes take a moment to adjust, but when they do, I can hardly believe what I'm looking at. It's a ship. As we approach from the stern, it looks pretty much intact. I can see the name on the rear port side, and though faded and worn away in parts, its words are unmistakable. Kitty's Desire. Oh my god.
The innuendos. Yes.
My head is swimming due to the excitement and lack of oxygen. I flounder to the surface to catch my breath.
Oh, she's in love with this little kitty. It's definitely got something to do with the Irish accent, or Scottish Irish accent. I know you US ladies love the Scottish Irish accent. Some of you do, anyway. And I think this has got something to do with it. I'm not sure, but I'm presuming that this is what's happening to her right now.
Kitty's Desire. I feel like I know that name.
Of course she does. She's deciding a kitty right now.
McMurphy eventually bobs up to join me on the surface.
Surprised.
A shipwreck here?
This is a very old island, Clara. A lot has happened here.
But how did a ship even get here before the path was made?
Hey, don't ask me, Clara. I'm just in it for the grog. Yeah.
McMurphy smiles and dives back into the murky depths. I follow. A flailing flesh bag in comparison to McMurphy's sleek figure.
He's a really good swimmer.
I try to get closer, look at the wreckage. It's a big ship, like a trading vessel, judging from the size. It's hard to tell how old it is, but it clearly isn't modern. Maybe 18th, 19th century? When we enter the ship from a huge hole in the stern, I realize that a lot of the vessel is actually on land, and it's obvious that it ran ashore after it was damaged at sea. There's not much time to ponder the mechanics of what happened, as McMurphy is tugging at my t-shirt with his right paw while gesturing with his other paw outstretched to the cabin he wants me to enter. I'm grateful for the air trapped inside and gasped for breath.
Here, Clara, look.
Hang on, let me catch my... But he has already ducked into the next cell. How is he not out of breath? I realize his ability to swim underwater is unusually strong, but he barely breaks the surface at all.
In here, through the hole.
He sounds really excited, and as I enter, I see why. There, in the center of the cabin, is a chest. It's wedged between the wall and surprisingly well-preserved writing desk. The only thing preventing it from falling and being buried in the sand. A treasure chest! I sound like a giddy child and feel embarrassed, but McMurphy joins in my glee, and suddenly we're cheering and laughing together.
Go on then, open it, Clara.
Okay.
What are you waiting for? Open that! The door, yeah.
The key?
It doesn't need one.
Well, of course it does, Murph. It's a locked treasure chest.
Can you not just break the lock?
Who do you think I am? Houdini?
I don't know about that, but I do know you're a very clever scientist whose thirst for knowledge matches my thirst for grog. So you get yours and I'll go get mine.
The Moggy grins before darting into the next cabin, and I hear a familiar clinking of bottles shortly after.
He
I
knows
decided to
exactly
try
why he's here.
and lock.
He's here to steal all the booze. That's why he's here. Anyway, yeah. On
I decided to try the lock anyway while McMurphy is getting his. I look around for something, anything I could lever it with, and I'm disappointed. Everything except the chest and desk must have been washed away a long time ago. Morn? Good for her. Well, have it come back with some tools to tackle that lock, Murph. There comes no response. Murphy is obviously still busy with his looting and pillaging, so I decide to swim to the beach and get a better look at the wreck from land.
I was just the recent day. I was just looking at chat. It was quite fun. That's why I disappeared for a second there. I was reading chat and then you went morning and I was like, oh, you're back. Well, obviously the whole video will have the chat, but you don't know what it said. Man, Rosemary gets to drink and go fishing and bang an Irish cat. The first character drank some coconut milk and got a bullet in the head.
He didn't get a bullet in the head. I think he turned into a cat.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not sure though. Yeah.
When I can take in the scene proper.
Oops.
I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. One huge sea vessel finding its way to the island is strange enough, but two, meeting the same unhappy fate is more than my brain can process. The proximity of the pair would suggest a collision of some kind. Possibly the second vessel could have been a pirate ship. Maybe it was attacking the merchant vessel.
Yeah, possibly. I need another pee.
I get the feeling I'm looking at the conclusion of a very interesting story here. I wonder why the Professor Popper didn't tell me about it. Obviously, he must be aware of the two vessels. My nose for intrigue has started to twitch, and I am burning to know more. I decide to take some of the debris, splinters, and small chunks of metal and pocket it for later analysis in the lab. There's a shipwreck and an Irish cat. 'Cause bestiality. I would really enjoy this date. Like, oh, you know, long walks on the beach, yeah, very nice. Pirate shipwreck. Way better date. Way better already. So, my favorite, I think my favorite things to do is the romance one because I think Morn's really funny with it. So, that's my favorite thing to do on here, the romance ones. But we didn't get to do very much of the romance one last time because Morn didn't like the hairless cat. Morn sucked.
I can't.
Ooh, he's headed back now.
Feed the cat back, but
he was turning into a cat as they were sailing with the island and they shot him. You made thing Morty. No, I don't think they shot him. They put him back on the island.
What?
I think.
Oh, you wee shite. Okay, I'm back. You read this, right?
Yes, I read this already.
There we go.
When I'm satisfied that I thoroughly combed the beach for specimens and have salvaged anything of interest, I realize that I haven't seen McMurphy for quite a while. My heart stops and the hairs on my neck stand on end. Hey, how could I have been so wrapped up in my work that I neglected to keep an eye on my friend?
I think... I don't know.
McMurphy? I'm met with silence and still water. I run back towards Katie's desire, my heart thumping in my chest. McMurphy! I jump in the sea and swim back to the stern of the ship. There doesn't seem to be any life around here. I break through the surface and choke and try to call out again, but my throat is hoarse and full of salt water. Where? I catch sight of a shadow out of the corner of my eye, crawling along the seabed. I dive under to get a better look and see instantly that it's the Irish cat stalking and prowling as if he were on land. I quickly grab him by the scruff of the neck and drag him back to shore. McMurphy, you loon, what on earth were you playing at? I catch my breath and check on him, but he's happily rolling on his back in the sand.
Me? I was having a grand time until you manhandled me with those big meaty paws of yours.
Let it go. I wish to let it go. Big meaty what? Charming, I must say. I'll have you know I was very worried about you.
I fully appreciate that, Clara.
Meaty paws. McMurphy has started laughing, and it's too infectious not to join in. Seriously though, Mac. That was some very impressive breath control. I didn't see you coming up for air once.
I think I get it from my mother, God bless her. I believe she had fantastic lungs.
Do you remember her?
Flashes sometimes, but Clara, when I'm on that grog, I have all kinds of flashes. So who knows what's real and what isn't?
I can feel he's nudging me off that subject, so I respect his privacy. What do you know about these two beauties, then? You surveyed the ships in silence for a moment or two.
I know that they've been a source of great pleasure for me, Clara. Beyond that, I don't really care too much. Basically, you say they've got a lot of... They've got a lot of rum on them. And that's all he cares about.
You really are an embodiment of hedonism.
Hedonism. I'll take that as a compliment, Clara.
I can't help but laugh. You would.
Of course, I would the Irish and Scottish and get drunk all the time. There's worse things in life than a little pleasure.
True, but a little balance may be even better.
And that's where you come in.
Huh?
You bring some balance to me, Clara. You let me be me, but you help me stay safe. Oh.
Yes, I suppose so, and you bring some spice to what might otherwise be a rather bland scientist's taste. Murphy's green eyes glitter in the sunlight, and he throws me a wink. Come on then, swashbuckler. I need something to eat after all that adventuring.
I'll walk you back to camp if you promise to save me a bite for your friendly tour guide. Yeah, pirates tail extras. You got extras.
Yay! Extras!
And there we go. We'll end the stream there. I think, and we'll continue possibly next week or the week after, whenever it works. And that's the way it works. So we've done this one. We're gonna end this one here. Good night, peoples. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night.
Yeah. Good